up, never let it fall. Have me roar like an animal. Back to the bone. Watch out, cause I'm in my zone. I don't care what you think you got. It's not fair.
Hello everyone and welcome along to the Sal's NBL game number 4, round number 1, Tuatara against the Airs. It's proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes, and it will be Ty Wynyard in Auckland on the north shore of Tamaki Makaurau for what will be an exciting game, Casey. An understrength Airs team up against a team who are fresh off being the Huskies and been in the playoffs last season as well.
Yeah, well, they did make the playoffs last year, but this would be the first time in the playoffs for the Tuatara if they make it. A great matchup in the middle between some fantastic bigs, but we've also got some of the youngest, brightest stars in the competition on display as well.
That is the beauty of the Sal's NBL, the youth coming through, and this is certainly the place to be for a factory of basketball talent on the schools of the North Shore. Here's what's happened so far in round 1. The Rams just surviving in the game before this one, 75-79 against a spirited Nuggets team who, as you can see, were handily taken care of by the Giants on Thursday night. The Sharks demolished the Saints, Casey, on that call without their starting 5, the Wellington Saints, it has to be said.
Makes it difficult when you don't have 5 starters, so a valiant effort, but a good start to the season for the Sharks.
And tonight's game coming to you from Eventfinda Stadium, and tomorrow a double header as well. Hawks Bulls, Casey and I on the call from Pettigrew Green Arena, that game in Taradale, and the Jets and the Airs to round out round number 1. And the Airs doubling up again in this round. And here is the starting 5 for Taranaki Airs. Ty Wynyard, number 14, and Bailey Knoll, the veteran as well, on the front line, will have their hands full.
They certainly will, but it goes the other way. Ty Wynyard looking in the best shape of his professional career. I'm so excited to see him rededicated to basketball, what he's going to do with this season. Had a nice tall black campaign, he's going to build on it this season. It
really does say something when Pero Cameron, who we talked to before the game, who was an assistant coach for the Airs and a mentor for Ty Wynyard, says, he's strong. And I said, but you're strong. And he said, nah, he's stronger. Here is the coach of the Airs, Trent Adam, with Casey just a few moments ago.
And another season for the Taranaki Mountainairs for Trent Adam. What are you hoping to build on this season as you come into it with a new revamped team and looks like a dedicated to getting a season of improving the wins?
Yeah, we are a much more dedicated team this year. Ty's made tremendous strides with his body over the off-season, so a lot of credit to him. So we're trying to sort of utilise that. We've managed to get Richie in town as well, and we're sort of hoping that those two guys with their recent Tall Black experience can really sort of lead this group going forward. And yeah, we're looking forward to sort of showcasing what we can be.
Speaking of a showcase, it should be a showcase tonight against the Tuatara, 2 of the more talented bigs in the competition. What are you hoping to contain against this squad so you can hopefully get the victory this evening?
Yeah, their bigs are obviously a key concern for us. Their ability to play inside and outside. Rob obviously coming off the back of the ANBL season, and Chris with his performance last year. So limiting what they're doing inside and out, so sort of trying to sort of pick our poison with one of these and not let them going both at the same time will be the key there.
Well, it sounds like a good plan. Can't wait to see them, but good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Starting 5 for the Tuatara, and arguably the most skilled import big the league has seen in a long time. Chris Johnson is back. He is an accomplished professional, and he joins Rob Lowe, fresh off a Breakers campaign that was absolutely miserable, but Rob Lowe finished that season strong, and as a welcome addition for the Tuatara as well. Dante Russo-Nance is an exciting player, still at school, and had a great season for the Huskies, and Chris McIntosh at the point. Here's Aaron Young, who was also with Casey moments ago.
And here with the coach of the brand new Tuatara franchise. Exciting times indeed. Exciting times for this franchise that made the finals a year ago. What are you hoping to replicate about last season's play and bring into this season?
I think a big one is just our youth. You know, we want to bring a lot of good young talent through. I think this year we have, you know, some really experienced players, especially some bigs, that kind of allow those young players to really play their game. And, you know, with Rob and CJ, they obviously offer a lot of size, but also skill. And that's what I'm really looking forward to, our young guys kind of playing around and see how that develops.
Nice to develop around 14 foot of skill for sure. And now looking at your opponents tonight, the Taranaki Mountainairs, definitely pretty strong on the interior. Overall, not the strongest team in the competition, but what do you hope to contain with them to get a victory tonight?
Got to contain Ty. They've got athletic, guards. Richie Rogers, coming off a campaign with the Tall Blacks, so I know he's going to come in with some confidence. Carlin is someone that we got to look out for. He's developing each year. But at the end of the day, it's just about, really controlling what we can control. And I think if we, trust the work that we've been putting in, which is a lot of work, then, I think we should be okay.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for the time.
Great job by Aaron Young to coach this Tuatara team to the playoffs last season. And here is it head-to-head, obviously the big centers of Lowe and Wynyard, but also Carlin Davison as well for the Airs is a player on the rise.
Yeah, that's a highlight real athleticism for Carlin Davidson. Fantastic athlete. We expect him to play above the rim, but you look at some of those stats we picked out from last year. Shooting wins. Shooting from the free throw line especially. We have the second best shooting team from a year ago against the 10th, and that three-point percentage from the Airs, expect that to pick up drastically. And I'd expect the same for the Tuatara with the addition of Rob Lowe.
Absolutely. They're also expecting Dan Fotu to join this team in the near future as well. The TAB have the Tuatara handily taking care of this game, and just what you want to choose, winning team and margin. Casey, which one would you go for?
I got to say, it looks like the Tuatara 11 plus today in their home court defending for the first time. Their depth will come in well, and when you look at the over for the game early in the season, not a lot of defense being played. Bang that over hard.
As always, gamble responsibly, R18, but if you do want to join, deposit $10 or more and get $50 in bonus bets. Visit tab.co.nz for all your details. T's and C's apply. As the players make their way out onto the court here at Eventfinda Stadium, here are your referees, Jones, Few and Amundsen, are going to be handling what will be a clash of some bigs here. And usually the Sal's NBL, not a lot of height across the board, but in general, but this has got some tall
Not the case
timber.
in this one. There's some big boys. Not too many games where Ty Wynyard's going to look across the way and be like, oh, I've got to look up, but two 6'11" frontline members. The problem with the Tuatara, though, those guys can shoot the three as well. It's going to be tough to block.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Johnson and Rob Lowe. Chris Johnson, just watch him go to work. It is an absolute treat. Russo Nance still at school. Finds Barrington trying to find Chris Johnson. Carlin Davison all over him. Turnover to start the possession for the Tuatara. Davison. Comes. Good defense. Here's Wynyard on Lowe. Here's a matchup. Barrels through on Rob Lowe.
Strong move inside. Like the patience offensively, but defensively, the Tuatara pretty locked in. A lot of help side.
There's Russo Nance. Saw a seam. Can't get the roll. Good hustle by the shortest man on the floor, Chris McIntosh.
McIntosh is known as a shooter, but gets a rebound on that one.
There's Johnson. That is money all day for him. But he can't get it this time. Hits the back of the iron. And the fall away. A little bit cold at Eventfinda Stadium.
A lot of second chance opportunities there. That's what the size of the Tuatara could do. Taranaki weathering the storm early, however. Tuatara really aggressive on these on-ball screens, showing really hard.
Ty Wynyard a little strong on that one again.
See how dependent the Airs are going to be on Ty Wynyard scoring down low. They're going to keep feeding the big fella all night.
Chris Johnson, the fall away with Ty Wynyard.
Real nice bit of skill, created the space needed, but just enough defensive attention from Wynyard to force the miss.
Roger to Davison. Traveled. Almost thought like he stepped on the halfway line, but no, he walked with it according to the referee.
It's something you can get away with the American game. When you're over there, they let you take that little half step, but this time, just got to be wary of putting that ball on the floor before you take off.
Barrington, contested three. Grazes the side of the rim. Chris Johnson tracks it down.
Excellent hustle for another possession, dominating the offensive glass early in this one. That's offensive rebound number 5. Make that offensive rebound number 3. 5 rebounds total.
This time a defensive rebound for the Airs. Still looking for a bucket. here at Eventfinda Stadium. We get one. Roger gets it to go down off the glass.
Like that aggressiveness off the handoff. Got to make these cuts to score, and Richie Roger does so well, scoring his first bucket in an Airs jersey.
Tipped away. Bailey Knoll gets it, and it's up ahead to Roger. He can't get the finish, and Carlin Davidson can't get the follow. And then Roger picks up the take foul.
Lovely crash by Carlin Davidson there to try and clean up the mess after the Rogers drive. Couldn't get it because of the defensive attention, but I like what Taranaki's doing early. They're extending defensively. The question is, are they going to be able to keep up this defensive pressure running a short bench?
Ty Wynyard pokes that away.
Really active Ty Wynyard in the post, using his physicality. Giving up a few inches there, but giving up nothing in the strength department.
He's got some guns on him this season, has Ty Wynyard.
He's looking good, man. He has transformed his body in the offseason. This is the best I've seen him look since before he went to Kentucky.
Another turnover. This time Chris McIntosh stepped out of bounds. Good D from the Airs.
Active defensively.
We're combined 1 for 11 to start this game, Casey.
That is a thing of beauty, is a joy forever. Unfortunately, we're not seeing the poetry just yet. My call on the over, possibly flawed.
Davison, good hands by Farrington. Here comes Rob Loeb, tallest point guard at the moment. And Bailey Knoll almost stripped it away. Russo Nance, that's good defense from Roger because he made a taller low have to really work for that angle. Bounced it out of bounds.
You can see the Tuatara were trying to work that. Rob Lowe was thinking backdoor cut, but Richie Roger locked in defensively. This Taranaki Mountainairs side is doing an excellent job on the defensive end of the court. Lots of talk, lots of energy, and it's paying fruition right now.
Another turnover. Russo Nance, McIntosh gets into the key. Farrington, wow, Carlin Davidson out of nowhere with the block.
Coming down like Herb Jones in that one of the Pelican series. Using that athleticism, blocking a jump shot. That is not something you see very often, but that is the athleticism we spoke about. He is just starting to tap it.
Tuatara, nervous start, 0 for 7. Looking for a bucket.
Well, we talked a lot about the bigs that they have down low, but what they don't have is a lot of experience at guard. As talented as Dante Russo Nance is, he's still a young player.
Carlin Davidson shows hard on that. 0 for 8 to start this game. Drive from Hayes Walker, kicks it out to Roger. And that is going to be a foul on Chris Johnson, I believe.
Look, McIntosh, I think.
McIntosh on the box out attempt.
Everybody teaming up on Ty Wynyard, and apparently Chris McIntosh is the one who displaced Ty Wynyard by about 3 meters there. I don't know about that one, but you go high, we'll go low. Just really loving what I'm seeing from Taranaki, despite the fact that we're not seeing too many buckets go through the net just yet.
Telfer is in the game as Roger takes a seat. Somewhere down low is Ty Wynyard, and he still manages to squeeze it up and in.
He scored over 14 feet of defender there, squeezed it through off the glass. What a strong move.
Just a good start defensively from the Airs. And Chris McIntosh finally gets a bucket, the bench is up with a round of applause.
And they deserve it. The Tuatara need more attacks on the rim.
Carlin Davison, what a kick out. Man, he got up on that.
He's got excellent vision for his age.
Left hand is good.
Hayes Walker.
Hayes Walker will go to the Racine foul line to shoot a free throw.
With the floater game. Excellent use of the jump stop coming together. There we saw that beautiful kick out. The ball moves around, and Hayes Walker, patient, uses the jab step, gets in the middle, takes the contact, and the floater game. Well played by Hayes Walker. So important to the Taranaki's hopes this season.
No good on the free throw from the Racine foul line.
All the aggression on the side of the Airs early. Tuatara have to change that mindset and start getting some of themselves.
McIntosh on the drive, redeems himself.
Well, McIntosh is known as a shooter, but he is putting his head down without the defenders showing on those on balls and getting straight to the cup.
At least their leading scorer with 4. It's halfway through the first quarter, it's 6-4.
Just warming up.
Warming up. Telfer for 3. Knocks it down. 9-4. The Airs lead.
Well, Scott Telfer knows this gym well, the North Harbor rep coming up. I believe he's happy to see this gym once again, very familiar with the rims, and he shows it on the triple, walking back to the bench with a little bit of nonchalance.
Elijah Puna hearing it from Pero Cameron, assistant coach. Also happens to be the national coach as well. What an asset for Trent Adam to have on the sideline.
We're getting a lot of good actions out of those corner empty spots. Setting good screens, looking to turn the corner. Now if they start to adjust and rotate over, kick that thing off to the top. That'll be a softer coverage. Let's get that exchange. One of you on the rim, one of you popping. Great hands. Off that, some of those shows, you're doing a good job of getting it out. Everyone's got to be active in those, all right? Offensively, after we get a couple of empties out of our swing, let's get into a down on my call, all right? On my call. Really challenge them to get through. If you don't get it, curl, and we play out of that two-man game, all right? We're good, fellas, all right? Try not to overhelp it too much on those reds. If Rob is back, we can get back out to the perimeter. Let's go.
I mean, they're certainly getting the looks as Aaron Young and the Tuatara. They're 2 for 10. They have 4 offensive rebounds. It's just a matter of putting it in the basket if you're not named Chris McIntosh.
Well, I think they need to continue with that pressure on the rim that we saw from McIntosh the last couple of plays, whether it's him or somebody else. Force this Airs defense to step into the paint, worry about the interior, and that's when they're going to get their perimeter game going from there.
They had a barn burner, these two teams, end of last season when they were the Huskies, the Tuatara. And Zach Riley had 32. He was 13 of 18. He's in university in New York. And Chris McIntosh just about did the world's awkwardest looking lunge. He's got tied up there on the drive.
It's good to be flexible as a young man.
But maybe as we see the replay here,
Big step.
yeah, it made my abductors weep. But the Tuatara fought the Airs, beat them by 6. They certainly don't look like a 2-10, excuse me, a 2-win team from last season to the Airs. They get another turnover and they're pushing the rock. Telfer for 3. No dice on that one. There's Farrenson with the ball. That's no good.
Not a lot of patience being shown by the Tuatara. The defensive plan working very well here in the first quarter for the Airs.
Aaron Young still sticking with his starting 5.
I don't think there's a bunch of depth on that bench that we can expect to play a lot of minutes. You know, they're still waiting on a couple of players. So he's going to have to be figuring out this lineup on the fly today.
And speaking of which, and we do have a substitution. Iuli is on, and as Farrenson takes a seat, Braden Iuli has been with this franchise, its incarnation. Excuse me, he was with the Bulls as well.
Well, to be fair, the incarnation started with the Tuatara. So.
Here's Chris Johnston with the dunk.
Now that's the highlights we're waiting for.
That's the look inside they need, and with no Ty Wynyard out there, that lane seems to just open up a little bit.
Yeah, that middle penetration. The defenders stepped too early to the high post, leaving Chris Johnson wide open for that one. You are right, certainly a little different without the big fella down low.
The drive from Smiler. He's fouled.
Foul called there. Looks like a McIntosh again getting called for it. Here we see the nice no-look pass by Dante Russo-Nance.
Chris Johnson really giving the stanchion a workout on that one, and here is the foul on the drive. Chris McIntosh picking up that personal.
Reaches up across the body there.
Chris Johnson gets a well-earned rest.
It was a quick rest for Ty Wynyard. One possession, he said, all right, you've had your time. Get back in there, young fella.
I guess if you see Chris Johnson sit down, you can maybe try your luck against Rob Lowe. All due respect to Rob Lowe, I give the physical aspect of Ty Wynyard the advantage.
It's well, Rob Lowe does have that height on him, but man, Ty Wynyard, even as a teenager, was a guy that we did not want to see in the post. He imposes his will on you physically when he's playing his best basketball. And I'm looking for him to do a lot of that tonight in these matchups against the bigs.
Russo Nance, Beatty's out there as well for the Tuatara. Russo Nance can't get it going in this first quarter. Beatty's going to pick up the foul there.
Caleb Smiler really pushing it in transition. And Taranaki has looked for a lot of action in that early break. Despite having not the most depth, they are pushing the action and trusting their fitness.
Bailey Knoll just absolutely milked that foul.
Chris Pauled them there.
That is absolutely vintage veteran move.
I've been in this league for a long time. I'm going to rotate into this foul and possibly send myself to the free throw line for a couple. Lovely to see Aaron Bailey known as Auntie. There we go. Affectionately known, of course. Yeah, and I just love to still doing it.
He's at the Racine charity stripe. Caught a bit of paint on that one. Not a lot of net.
Yeah, go easy on the rims. But Aaron Bailey knows he's coming to the season a bit more trim. Lost a little bit of the weight. As the older you get as a basketball player, the lighter you get seems to help.
Just under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Hasn't been an offensive explosion, but
oh, Dante Russo Nance.
My goodness, just so active in that keyway, went down as well.
Suddenly just a little bit more locked in. We see an excellent rebound here. He fights for that offensive rebound, gets in, gets tripped somehow, finds his teammate. Would have been an assist had the foul not been called. Instead, Tuatara ball on the baseline.
Smiler sits. Uli with the ball. Russo Nance now. With the left hand, finishes with the right.
So skilled is Russo Nance. His ability to finish with either hand, a tight handle as well. Here's in the lanes.
Russo Nance stepping through with the left hand on the finish.
So skilled. He can go with either hand. I love that big step to elude the defense in transition after the steal.
Charlie Dalton's out there for the Tuatara. Singlet number 13. Wynyard rolls, Wynyard gets the roll. Nice basketball from Taranaki.
Running that pick and roll to perfection. Both defenders stick with the ball handler. Ty Wynyard gets a low catch and muscles through the contact. Gonna have to essentially put your entire weight in on that one if you try to get it through.
Last minute, it's been back and forth. We've had some action there. Maybe just needed to warm up. Game number one of round number one for these two teams.
Just stretching out a little bit.
Dalton gets him in the back.
Oh, excellent rebound. Carlin Davison there. Really off the blocks quickly to earn himself a couple of free throws.
Going with the blonde braids, the white headband. Carlin Davison, potential in his game as Chris Johnson comes back in. Dalton gave them some good burn there for a minute.
It's, I'd expect to see short breaks for the majority of the big fellas out there today. Things tend to change drastically when those fellas hit the bench.
High arc and foul shot from the Racine foul line. Carlin converts two. Uli with the ball, Johnson with the screen. Walker felt that one. Here's Russo Nance. Uli, oh wow, just got banged into. And Beatty, oh, Chris Johnson, the long arms, over the top and in.
With the stretchy finish. Gets it up high, keeps it up high. That is Chris Johnson at his finest.
Rogers back out there for the Airs. Hayes Walker lost the handle. And it's poked away by Tuatara.
We're seeing a bit more activity defensively from the Tuatara now. But they're struggling to put a lot of pressure out there on the wing, trying to stay contained in the paint.
Still want to go the overs on that scoreline, Casey?
Oh, the defense will come back to it.
Okay. Roger, up and in off the glass.
Off the roll there, really solid play using the action, and the Airs have dropped back into the 2-3.
I know we've had 9 minutes of first quarter, and I know there's no Marcel Jones, but this Airs team looks really good compared to last season. Rob Lowe with the push shot on the baseline.
A lovely little shot off the short corner, excellent attack against the zone, but yeah, this is a much more disciplined Taranaki Mountainairs team that we're seeing this year than a season ago.
Roger to Walker. Corner three, no good. Rousseau Nance looking to push it. Poked away by Carlin Davidson. Gets it back, 2-on-2. Here's Hayes Walker. Hayes with the 2 off the glass.
Excellent push, but the quick possession allows the Tuatara a chance to close things out. Still 10 seconds on the clock.
Chris Johnson over the top. What a look.
Lovely little Nikola Jokic impression there with the no-look flip.
1 second, shot up. Roger closes out a quarter for the Airs on the road. They've got 21. It's 21-16 at Eventfinda Stadium. The Airs in the lead.
Your goal is not to mark this guy. Your goal is to get back. So you got to show, and then when Rob's in that corner, we want you back on Rob. Yeah. Okay, so your goal is, I got to help out up here, but my goal is to get flat. So as our guards can deal with that. When we're in blue, you got to really own that middle. There was that one little penetration. I thought you were out of position. Our defensive rebounding can be better, correct? Our defensive rebounding can be better, correct? Cool, so just understand that. Offensively, I think we're moving the ball all right. Keep our spacing. We aren't doing weird shit, so that's awesome. You know what I mean? Keep the ball moving. What I was saying to Auntie, whenever they sub a Chris or a Rob, so they got one school kid in there, whoever the school kid is marking, play get. We throw it, we keep it, we go logo. We've missed that guy there. You've missed that once, getting into that high-low. Remember, if there's nothing on, we're then in an exit screen. So it'll be like a 2-4 exit screen.
Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium. The Tuatara in their inaugural season as the Tuatara, hosting the Taranaki Airs in round 1, game 1 for these two teams of the NZNBL. Proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. 21-16, it was a slow, sluggish start for the first half of the first quarter, Casey, but then it just caught fire.
Well, both teams were really focused on the defensive end. We saw a lot of energy being put into that half of things. And both teams just needed to settle down, get used to actual game time pressure. There's a big difference between what you're doing every day in training against your teammates and actually being out there under the bright lights. But once settled down, we saw some nice execution and some beautiful bits of skill from both teams.
And Trent Adam joins us now. Trent, really great first quarter, Trent.
We thought we moved the ball all right, sort of working on a few things, and they're sort of coming into fruition in the game, so that's good. We're working on the things that we've been doing at training, so that was pleasing.
Came out really aggressively in that first quarter, showing hard on the ball screens, but also switched back into the zones as well. How often do we expect to see the defenses switched up tonight?
Yeah, we think that we can do a few different things defensively. We're a little bit sort of further along than we have been. So we'd like to sort of be that disruptive team that shows different looks. That's key to us, is not doing the same thing over and over again.
Trent, final question. Thank you for your time. How good does Ty Wynyard look physically?
Yeah, Ty, all credit to Ty for doing the work on Ty. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've provided an area for him to do well. He's the one that put all the work in. So, you know, well done to Ty.
Excellent, Trent. Thanks for your time, as always.
Cool, thank you so much. Where's my guy?
3-ball in and out. Elijah Puna misses that 3.
The pace has quickened. Both teams turning on the jets.
Rob Lowe just going to work, and that's the experience of Rob Lowe, the Billiken.
Well, this is going to be a tough defensive matchup for teams across the league. You put your best big on one of those big guys, the other one's got an advantage down low.
And that's the first bucket of the second quarter. Carlin Davidson holds it. Farronson on him. This is a good matchup. Young Bucks, and Ty Wynyard, just a quick first step on the baseline.
Carlin Davidson is really facilitating nicely out of that small forward position. He's had some big drives where he's drawing defenders. And a beautiful little drop off there. We saw the kick to the corner earlier. Rob Lowe gets the foul to send Ty Wynyard to the Racine foul strip, but completely created by Carlin Davidson. And I speak a lot about that young man's athleticism, but his understanding of the game of basketball is really impressive for someone his age who hasn't really exactly grown up in a basketball hotbed.
Yeah, you just have to look through as when Trent Adam, you may have heard him, if you weren't in an ad break, talking about the school kids. Now, a shallow team of experience on the bench are the Tuatara, but you just look at the schools that are producing, and this North Shore with Rangitoto, Rosmini, Westlake, there's Rob Lowe, a product of the North Shore school environment. We'll go to the line. There are just kids sprinkled throughout this league who are now full-grown men as well.
They are. There certainly have been a lot of basketball players coming out of this area. Of course, Harbor Basketball is still developing young players in this area, but all the schools as well, Westlake, Rangitoto, Rosmini, just to name a few. I'm sure everybody else is going to be upset about me skipping those ones, but
You can go Auckland Grammar,
there you go.
Mags.
Well, I'm just talking about on this side of the show. I don't talk
Yeah,
about the other
I
side
know,
of
but then we can go. Anyway, there's basketball to commentate. 22-18.
There's that too. Tuatara making their run. Mackey has to find some offense to silence it.
Ty Wynyard. Chris Johnson pulls that down.
Big rebound there above the rim, snatching it from Wynyard. And Rob Lowe posted hard.
3-ball is good.
Even Fitzgerald, I believe, with that triple. Local boy found the time outside because of the big men down low.
Hayes Walker a little strong. Wynyard with a big board.
In between two.
Rob
big
Lowe screaming,
fellas.
he's holding me down. He's also grabbing the rebound at the same time.
Both hands.
5 on the shot clock. Hayes, excuse me, it's Carlin. Too strong. Davison misses the 3.
Tuatara's activity excellent on that possession. Just have to secure those rebounds the first time around.
Trent Adam wants a timeout.
Not just yet.
Might just wave it off. And Farronson breaks that up.
I think he wants to talk about things and just get his guys settled down and also give a little bit of a rest to Wynyard, who is putting in a lot of work out there.
He certainly is. So is Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe hasn't sat yet in the game. And the Tuatara have their first lead of the game, but Rob Lowe, he's coming off pretty good end to his campaign with the Breakers.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of pent-up energy left in there. He is happy to be out on the court. Talked to him a little bit before the game, and he's just looking for the opportunity. He is happy to be playing basketball, man.
Yeah, a little bit discombobulated on offense right now, not on the same page. So, got to get into something. Remember, we can just go middle ball screen with fill behinds. Motion's good, it just moves the ball around, do you know what I mean? So if there's opportunities to kick it ahead to a guard, kick it ahead, and we just get a little bit of player movement and ball movement. What are we going to say?
Thing that I noticed, if it was guard here, just an exchange of dribble pitch, the big's trailing, and then we can run a head tap action.
Yeah,
we
so
can just corner fill here.
The thing that's disappointing me right now is the boards. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. I don't want to have to look back in that and go, do you know what I mean? Like, that was the difference. So let's get on the same page down there, rebound with a passion. running and away. So get Hayes over here, Carlin inbound, go zipper, and then away for Hayes.
Hey, fellas, be ready for a hot
Away.
action on the post entry.
And this was the 10th team out of 10 last season, Taranaki Airs. And this year, Casey, new format for the playoffs, the top 6 make it, not the top 4 straight semi-finals. And you just think about, because Chris Johnson, he left at the end of the season. He had a contract already signed and ready to go. He left the Huskies as they were then.
That changed things considerably for them in the finals. As you can see, for me, he was my MVP pick. What he meant to this franchise was everything, and we've seen more of it tonight.
Yeah, so the top 2 teams on the ladder go through to the semi-finals, while teams 3 through 6 play off the right to go to those semi-finals against the top 2 teams. It just gives everybody a little bit more of an investment as Carlin Davidson gets a bit of Taki Farrington as well. And I kind of like it, even though it's a 10-team league with a 6-team playoff. That's still, you're getting the 2 teams last season, Case, who missed out on the playoffs were 9-9. Like, they fought hard to make it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with 6 teams being able to qualify. I think what that really does is reward those teams who finish first and second. They get a little bit of an extra break, a little bit of an extra rest. So we'll see teams really fighting hard for that spot. But it's nice for to cast a little bit of a wider net, so fans up and down the country still have a little bit of cheering to do come towards the business end of the season.
If we have it, we'll sell it. The Racine foul line. Good one there from Farrington. Carlin Davidson. Taki Farrington thought he might have just got a double dribble there or something. As Ty Wynyard's up high on low. There's some length from Chris Johnson on that side there. As Hayes Walker's trying to get around him. Just those long arms, and there it is. Chris Johnson, second all time at LSU behind Shaquille O'Neal on blocks. You can see why. He barely jumped. Great look. Farrington, corner 3. That's good.
How about that possession on both ends by Chris Johnson? Matched up with the guard, blocks the shot at the rim on the other side. Tracks down the loose ball and facilitates to the corner for a triple. He is taking over.
It's the ball moving through hands, especially when it's the bigs as well. It's created the opportunities for the Tuatara. That's why they've got this 5-point lead mostly.
Yeah, they're looking much harder into the post at those big fellas, and that's forcing the defenders to sag off, open up some space on the outside, and finally open up a little room on the 3-point line where the Tuatara are able to hit their second of the night.
Here's Davison. Oh, the look. A little bit low, though. He slips
clever.
And Rob Lowe gets him. And Rob Lowe gets barreled over by Ty Wynyard as well.
Got to get off the tracks when that train's coming through. What a clever move by Aaron Bailey. No, just gives him the little hezzy. He's like, oh yeah, I'll hand it off here. See you guys later. The quick dribble comes through, and Aaron Bailey, no, might have used that off arm to get the contact from Rob Lowe. Not a lot Rob Lowe could have done on that one.
Rob Lowe is finally going to take a seat.
Asking the refs to have a look at that one later, because he felt that contact was created by the offensive player. He might be right.
2 fouls on Rob Lowe.
A bit of foul trouble for the Tuatara. 2 for McIntosh, for Beattie,
Just
2 for Dalton, as well as Rob Lowe.
Just the 1 for Johnson, though.
Which is important. And for the Airs, 2 for Davison and Telfer. Other than that, clear sailing. Really well-balanced offensive attacks from these teams, spreading out the scoring.
Got a lane violation. Love those.
See, taking a page out of old Dylan Boucher's book with the extra free throw opportunities. Might have had a little chat to Dill before the game to let him know he's going to pick that little style.
Bailey Noel makes good on the redo. And sub on the make. Telfer comes in. Walker sits down for the Airs. Chris Johnson has the ball for the Tuatara. Little shoulder fake. Drives on Ty Wynyard. Ty Wynyard, all his eyes. Oh, Aaron Bailey Noel lost it. He stepped over
Oh, that is...
Stepped back and over to Fitzgerald. He had possession. They tried to plant, but it looked like he wasn't.
Yeah, I thought...
That's an ambiguous call, but it didn't look right, but it didn't look bad either.
Yeah, I'm not sure he came completely over half court with possession. Of course, once you're over, you can't step back, but...
We were robbed of a Chris Johnson dunk.
Yeah, it would have been a good one, especially after he got smacked by Ty Wynyard, who got away with one.
Bailey Knoll looking for cutters.
He's got to like this matchup against the young fella.
There it is. That is just bread and butter for Aaron Bailey Knoll. He's been doing it since the 1930s.
Yeah, Charlie Dalton tried to give him a little bit of stick down low, but that's a lot of veteran knowledge coming at you.
Russo Nance with the air ball. Carlin Davidson with the behind the back. Here come the airs. Richie Roger. Telfer in the corner. Wynyard driving on Johnson. Bollocking his way through the key.
Man, I am loving this version of Ty Wynyard. Starting to realize some of that potential that so many of us saw in him.
And Johnson steps into pull-up three. It's no good. Telfer. Bailey Knoll went on Dante Russo Nance, and he got him.
One thing
Just a little bit of a
Taranaki
hizzy
is doing right now really well is recognizing these matchups where they have advantage. The Tuatara are cycling through their bench, but some of these young fellas are being taken advantage of with their lack of experience.
Well, you just see, like, in that quarter time, if you caught it, he was pretty much the coach with Trent Adam as well. He's so experienced, and what an asset he is. Conversely, Aaron Young and the Tuatara coaching staff just trying to fight off this Ayers comeback, all tied up at 27.
Dante, come off the screen. CJ, you set the first one. Robbie set the second one. Tucky, be early, but not too early on that cross screen.
This is the one where you're going down, right?
Yeah. Come off it, angle it. Rob, you're gonna, after Tucky steps over, set a really good screen, Tucky, and then we've got that down screen coming off. All right? Boom. Next cross. Hey, we're not gonna bring it back with no motion threes. No offense motion threes. The way we're gonna bring it back, it's just understanding how the game is being called, being disciplined with our hands, and we'll get some rhythm. It's gonna come. We gotta get 3 stops right here though. Let's go.
Good crowd, and as you see Dylan Boucher in the back shot there, New Zealand basketball CEO. And last year it was Sal's Pizza. This year it's Donuts. Eventfinda Stadium, good atmosphere here. Should come along if you're in the area for the next home game for the Tuatara. Should go to any of the Sal's NBL games. There's some quality imports and players involved in the NBL in Australia still to come as well. Only going to get better. Aaron Knoll just missed a bunny. Well, not really a bunny. There were people around him, but he would have made that 1,000 times in his career already.
And surrounded by big fellas, the ball was lucky to get through. Somehow missed it, however.
McIntosh into reset. Farronson with 8 on the shot clock. Tough shot, Rob Lowe with the cleanup. And I tell you what, the 3 ball is not falling for either team. 2 of 10.
Yeah.
The Tuatara in the air. Airs are 1 for 7.
Yeah, struggle streak from deep, but a little bit more of the attack with the big fellas. I'm happy with that.
Taufa with an air ball. Oh my goodness.
Not letting the ball do the work right now, going a little bit more one-on-one on both teams. Dante Russo, that's physical drive there, using his shoulder to clear off Carlin Davidson. That is an experienced move for the young fella.
Both these teams, as we saw in their head-to-head, Carlin Davidson misses the dunk.
He was looking for some contact. It didn't come his way. Oh, right back at you on the other side.
And Chris Johnson uses all the contact to get that up and in.
And his post-up position is impeccable. He is finding the ball exactly where he needs it. His teammates are hooking him up at the same time.
Yeah, as we saw in the head-to-head graphic at the start of the game, both these two teams were near the bottom in three-point percentage, but they're happy to pull the triggers. Richie Roger gets their 2nd for the game.
And that's one of the reasons they brought Richie Rogers in, to really improve that 3-point percentage. He does so there. Just the 2nd triple of the game for the Airs.
Johnson on the baseline. Johnson with the dunk.
I personally would have counted that, but here we're saying on the floor.
On the floor.
Here's some fouls called there. Yeah, that looks like it counted in my my book. But I think Ty Wynyard's going to be pretty happy that the highlight reel doesn't actually get to go on the tape, as the Tuatara have picked up things offensively, mostly from that man right there, Chris Johnson.
Russo Nance. Under 3 to go in the half. Aaronson's miss is cleaned up by Chris Johnson.
His length and athleticism, timing, all just really impressive to watch. What a finish there.
Wynyard just barreling into Rob Lowe. And it's called for the charge.
Well, Rob Lowe has been working the officials for a bit on the contact that he's been eating from Ty Wynyard. Wynyard did the right thing. He put his head down. He went straight through, but he does go straight through the chest. Look at that. Just displacing Rob Lowe with his strength. Rob Lowe can do nothing about it. And if I'm the coaching staff for the Airs, I'm not too upset with Wynyard. You understand that's how he's got to play, but now he's got to sit with his second foul of the game.
He sits Benjamin Freeman. We watched him in warm-up. He is fun to watch. He's now dueling with Chris Johnson for possession. Chris Johnson's getting the double team, as you can imagine. That opens up McIntosh, who makes them pay.
They draw the defense in with the big fella who's dominating right now, and everybody turns their head. McIntosh, the three-point shooter, finds some space.
Walker to Freeman. Talford. Rob Lowe with the board. Russo Nance. Chris Johnson down the middle. Russo Nance goes himself. Chris Johnson's pushing off Talfa. And we've got a foul.
And that will be his second personal foul. The basket will count, however, so not too much damage done. And the timeout to the Airs. They want to discuss things, since this game has turned quite suddenly for them, just like that, down 10.
Both teams on 4 team fouls. But it's the Tuatara with a 10-point lead.
Hayes, Scotty, Elijah, Benji. That's our group right now. Right. Pick and pops. If Benji's playing the 5, head tap into exit. That makes sense. So you set that pick and then you're popping out. So the 2-man cut. So head tap into exit is something that we can run with Benji down there, okay? Moving the ball is key. So we're getting a little bit like stuck in the mud, not too sure what's happening. So Ty's talking about let's parrot plays, make a call, everybody else yell it out. So as we all know what's up. If you can get that, if not, we're in a wave. If we can't get into head taps, we're in a wave and motion.
This second quarter has been difficult for the Airs. The defensive pressure, offensive execution picked back by the Tuatara, a 24-9 run in the first 8.5 minutes for the Tuatara, really taking over here as we're closing down towards halftime.
A 24-9 run. It's quite the run.
It's a good run.
It's quite the quarter.
For a quarter. Yeah, pick things up offensively, and that length, I think on the defensive end, the activity of the Tuatara really starting to cause some problems. In particular for this Taranaki Mountainairs team, when either Richie Roger or Ty Wynyard is out of the game, it becomes much more difficult to score that basketball.
Talfa good on both from the Resine foul line.
And this minute and a half here to finish the quarter is going to do a lot to say whether or not the Airs are in the game in the second half.
Chris Johnson, this is the fall away. Freeman with a big board, lost the handle. Aronson on the floor. McIntosh on the floor. Talfa
Got to get it across. Got to get it across.
Got to get it across. That is the 8-second call. Could have sworn it's got to hit 15 to be the full 8 seconds, but they made it on the 16th.
Yeah, it seems slightly quick. They had another little half beat there, I think, but roundabouts 8 seconds. It's the activity of the Tuatara that forced the whistle to be blown.
Certainly did. As Chris Johnson, Berenson, step back. It's good defense from the Airs on that one. Under a minute to go.
Taking personal responsibility in the one-on-one. That's not where they're getting beat. It's when that ball's moving around and the help is just a little too much.
Freeman for 3. Taranaki are cold from downtown. Johnson.
Oh, what a block!
Freeman.
And Chris Johnson, from this angle, I think pretty fortunate to be heading to the free throw line with the initial contact at least. Excellent pass as Chris Johnson just beat everybody else down right on the money. And yeah, there's some body contact there. Pretty clean up high, but a bit too much down low.
That sums up Benjamin Freeman. He is a unit. I love his game.
You were enthralled in the warm-ups.
I loved it. He was doing everything. He was throwing it down. He's got the jump shot.
Light on his feet.
He's got the hustle. He's got great footwork. Yeah. 1 for 2 from the line. Freeman. That 3 is no good. Freeman has a block by Rob Lowe. Should have come off the backboard, and that would have been his goaltending. What a contact. And it will stay with Taranaki.
Yeah.
The Airs have it, 41-32.
Definitely looked like that ball hit the backboard before it was blocked, but excellent activity. Get it up, regain possession, and give Taranaki a chance to cut it to underneath this 9-point deficit they're facing right now.
2 for 12 from 3 of the Airs. The Tuatara, they're 3 for 12. Airs shooting just 34% from the floor.
Fantastic the shooting is today. But early in the season, and I like the defensive effort. They've been all over the court, both teams really pushing it on that side of the ball.
Just the 4 assists for the Airs as well on their 11 field goals. And it hasn't been a great second quarter for them. Still in Boucher, New Zealand basketball legend, looks on.
And no scores in double figures as of yet. But sharing that basketball. 5 players on 6 or more for the Tuatara, led by Chris Johnson with 9, and Dante Russo-Nance with 8. Leading the way for Taranaki, Richie Rogers with 9. He checks back into the game for this last possession.
Difference is 1.3 seconds between the game and the shot clock. Carlin Davison into the key. Hangs, left hand, puts it in himself.
Lovely putback on that one.
Berenson to end the half. And we are done for half time at Eventfinda Stadium. A really solid second quarter from the Tuatara. 25 points in that quarter after scoring just 16 in the first. The Airs feeling it a little bit in the second quarter. So preparing to air from the Tuatara. Rob Lowe, who's with Casey right now.
Well, Rob, a tough first quarter offensively, but you guys seem to find some rhythm there in the second. What changed?
Yeah, we just started attacking more downhill. We started off shooting the ball. First shot that was available, so you know, playing through our motions and getting downhill.
What's the matchup been like between yourself and Ty Wynyard? Chris Johnson's also getting in there, but a whole lot of size down there banging around.
Yeah, there's some big bodies down there. You know, Ty's a really physical player, so you know, we just got to keep him off the glass and do a better job in the second half on that.
Cheers, good luck, thanks. I'll let you go, and I'll bring in Ty Wynyard right now. A really good start defensively for Taranaki. What was you guys' focus coming into this one? What do you want to take away from the Tuatara?
I know with it really big, you know, so we got to get on the O boards. We got to box out defensive O boards. I've made a few mistakes, not getting bodies on people. So we just got to come out and rebound hard this next half. So.
And offensively, things slowed down a little bit in that second quarter. What do you think you guys can adjust to find that offensive flow like you had in the first?
I think we just all got to be on the same page. We've got to know what we were running. We all got to call out what we're running, get into the actions fast, and just get through it.
It was an entertaining first half. Looking forward to the second.
So the Sky Broadband halftime break will be coming up very shortly, and we'll be hearing from Casey Frank what he's buying and selling from that first half of basketball between the Tuatara and the Airs from Eventfinda Stadium on the north shore of Tamaki Makaurau. Welcome back to the Sales NBL, proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. You're watching the Sky Broadband halftime wrap. And we're inside the Tuatara changing room as Aaron Young is telling them what they need to do for the second half that's coming up. Third quarter action around the corner. 41-34, Casey Frank. And an up and down first quarter ended well, but then second quarter, Tuatara took a run, and then the Airs really couldn't keep up.
Well, the energy was outpacing the execution in the first quarter. Both teams were obviously excited to get back into things, but when they were able to settle, that's when we started to see some good basketball. What we never missed out on was some high level of physicality, especially by those bigs down low.
And tell me, Casey, what are you buying from that first half when it comes to the play that you saw?
Well, I'm buying the big guys down low. Chris Johnson for the Tuatara, 7 rebounds to go along with 9 points. He is doing it all. Such a skilled big down low. The athleticism is a sight to behold as well. He is going to do it all for the Tuatara all year long and be one of the most difficult covers in the league.
Yeah, Chris Johnson in the paint is an absolute handful, that length as well. And also buying Ty Wynyard's play as well. The physically gifted, the strength of the man. His father is an accomplished international superstar of the wood chopping scene.
The wood chopping variety.
For want of a better description, apologies to Jason Wynyard. But he is looking in great shape after having a back problem for a couple of years.
And it's his mindset. He is putting the ball on the floor and getting to the cup. He is not settling for anything, and his fitness is up to the point where he can do it for an entire game. I can't wait to see this matchup in the second half as well.
Star of the hardwood, and his dad's a star of the timber sports. Here is your halftime stats, and just glance over the fact that three-pointers should be shelved for maybe until round 2 for these two teams.
You'd think so, but I'm not buying it. I don't think the Airs have that shooting ability, but the Tuatara, I am not buying that 3 for 12, 25% in the second half. If they continue to get the looks they're getting, that percentage is going to skyrocket up and create some distance between the Airs and the Tuatara.
And that is how it's broken down for the stats. As we take a break here on the Sky Broadband halftime wrap. We'll be back shortly with third quarter action between the Airs and the Tuatara. Sal's NBL action proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes. Round 1, just over the halfway point of round 1. 2 games to come tomorrow. And right now, though, we're at half-time between the Airs, who are visiting the Tuatara on the north shore of Auckland. Trent Adam and the Airs had a little bit of a hole to get themselves out of. They're down 7, Casey, but worrying signs there after a strong start in the first quarter.
Well, those last 5 minutes, the worm really turned on him. Chris Johnson became much more active. The Tuatara were looking for him, and Rob Lowe a lot more consistently in the post, and that opened some room outside. But it was offensively where the Taranaki Mountainairs weren't getting what they needed to get done. They lost that discipline. The ball started getting pushed further away. They need to lock back down and pass and screen to a higher rate to create open shots and let the ball do some of that work for them.
Aaron Bailey-Knoll, the vintage of his experience is certainly handy for the likes of Carlin Davison. So look to get back into it. This is a much better looking Ayers team that was presented last year. A lot more balanced. Probably waiting on a couple of players to come back as well into the environment, or come to the environment. As for the Ayers, they're coming into a Tuatara team that are waiting on Dad Fortu to join them, brother of Isaac Fortu as well. Tremendous basketball family, but they're a little bit skinny on the bench and experience. They're leaning on the likes of Rob Lowe and Chris Johnson as the third quarter gets underway. It's Dante Russo-Nance. Gives it up to Lowe. Tucky Farrenson back to Dante. And then Rob Lowe just spins, turns in the post, drops that down.
Nice action out of halftime, knew exactly what they were running, had multiple options coming off of that, and Rob Lowe decided to take the easy two on the little floating hook shot.
Wynyard looks to drive and has it blocked by Chris Johnson.
Just so tough when he's getting past one 6'11" guy and has to fight through another one who's just waiting for him.
I believe that was Carlin Davison poking that one away from Chris McIntosh. It's Davison with the ball. Roger Walker, Knoll, and that's a nice look. Nice hands from Ty Wynyard as well.
Well executed, but a perfectly delivered pass and recognition by Aaron Bailey-Knoll to get it there on time.
McIntosh working with Lowe, gives it up. Farrenson looking for Lowe in the post. Carlin Davison fight on the help. Nice work.
Aaron Bailey-Knoll is just throwing his body around, giving up 5 or 6 inches there against Rob Lowe, but giving up no heart whatsoever. Fighting hard to keep him off his post position.
Tuatara ball on the baseline. There's Farrenson. No one challenges that. They all concentrated on Lowe.
They have miscommunication there. Colin Davidson just lost sight. Taki Farrenson takes control with the 2.
Wynyard trying to find a wing, and he finds Carlin Davidson, who fires it to Bailey-Knoll.
Good hand, that was partially blocked.
Dante Russo-Nance got a fingertip to that. McIntosh to Johnson. Russo-Nance front rims the floater.
Well, good read, he saw those defenders there, but couldn't elude them for the make.
Davison fires it past Roger. Stays in with Walker. Davison, set 3, too long. Carlin Davison, his three-point shot is not dialed in tonight.
They've got these open looks, but I think they've got some unwilling shooters. Does Taranaki. Aaron Bailey-Knowles passed up a couple, and Carlin Davison was looking a little rushed on that last one there. And the Tuatara defense starting to consolidate in the painted area. This gym isn't painted. Woo.
Chris Johnson.
Quick move there, and Ty Wynyard's going to pick up foul number 3. The quick move baseline. And just a little bit too much contact from Ty Wynyard, who will head to the bench with his 3rd personal foul.
There's only so much Ty Wynyard can guard. I mean, there's only so much the Tuatara can throw at Ty Wynyard at the other end. But there's only so much he can handle when you've got a skilled big man like Chris Johnson and then a post and pick and pop threat like Rob Lowe.
I think Ty Wynyard's as stout a post defender as anybody we have in the competition this year, but against the skilled size of Johnson and Rob Lowe. If you leave him on an island and don't have anybody jabbing, no help whatsoever, eventually they're going to have their way.
Hayes Walker. That's good D from Russo Nance. And here's Dante Russo Nance with the layup. And the lead now is out to 13 for the Tuatara.
Loved the challenge on the jumper, took away a look, and got himself 2 easy points on the breakaway because of it.
Carlin Davison fires it out. Again, good penetration from Carlin Davison, always looking for an open man.
Dante Russo Nance.
He read that perfectly. I think Davison even looked away.
His defensive activity here in the third quarter has improved immensely. He is locked in on that side. 10 points to go with it. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, doing a bit of it all.
Ballinol with the ball, there's 4 to shoot. Here's Carlin Davison, who's 1 for 7, has to get it up. And now he's 1 for 8. There's a shot clock wound down, and it's an elongated shot clock buzzer as well, Casey.
It was a loud one.
It's a long one. Rob Lowe, probably the longest in the league I'm going with. Rob Lowe in the post.
Just too big, too deep. If he gets that catch inside the block, he can just be extremely patient and get whatever shot he wants.
Elijah Puna. Davison just not dropping for him tonight, but Aaron Bailey-Knoll is there to clean it up.
It's tough to get him to drop when you're trying to finish over Chris Johnson, but as you said, Auntie, right place, right time for the finish.
Barronson, nice, in the key, little pull up.
Good patience, uses the jab step to clear some space, and once he got to his spot, just used that athleticism to elevate.
Carlin Davison, baseline drive, gets it back. Rob Lowe with the rebound. He's now 1 for 10 as Davison. Tuatara, McIntosh, tip is good. Trent Adam wants a timeout. The lead is absolutely blown out on him.
Well, it's become
55 to 38.
Yeah, a 14-4 run to start the third quarter here for the Tuatara. They have locked in defensively, and things are just drying up on the offensive end. For Taranaki, they have shut down the drives, taken away the painted area, and they're daring them to shoot. And right now, that dare's not working for the Airs.
We're taking shots that we aren't sure about, and we aren't sure when our teammates are shooting. And then down here, we aren't quite ready for D-trans because we don't actually know what's up. Auntie, on motion, if you're the 5, you are circling around to get back to the point guard. So you're not playing on this side, you're playing on this side over here. Whatever side you start on, that's where you're playing. So we're tracing all the way through. We just got to communicate a little bit better. Elijah's over here at the 4. He's got no one in the corner. What are we in? Do you know what I mean? Oh, don't know. Okay, cool. I'll just get a ball screen. I'll go middle ball screen or shake ball screen. Just so as we know what our spacing is. We got to know what our spacing is.
Desperate for stops, but also desperate for shots to start dropping, Casey. 14 of 42, 33%, 2 of 16 from deep. And this was one of the worst three-point shooting teams, if not the worst three-point percentage shooting teams in the league last year.
And they're just not getting the looks from the guys they need looks from. Richie Roger was brought here to take those triples, and he's got 1 of the 2 makes, but only 2 looks in total. Right now, they're really forcing Carlin Davison to shoot the ball. He's 0 for 5.
Hayes Walker with a nice finger roll out of the timeout. The play, you always want to see that as a coach, it executed, and you get the rewards. Barronson for 3. Aaron Bailey-Knoll pulls that down. Tuatara, 3 for 13 from deep.
How different do the Tuatara look once Chris Johnson sits down? There's just so much more space out there on the court, even with Rob Lowe still out there banging around in the post.
Benjamin Freeman will give Auntie a seat.
Leaving Ty Wynyard with his 3 fouls on the bench with 15 minutes and 11 seconds left in the game. Down 15, I might be rolling the dice. Keeping Wynyard in there. If you wait too long, it's going to be too big of a hole to come out of because the points haven't exactly been easy pickings today.
Already down to 9 seconds. They're at halfway. It's Hayes Walker, Richie Roger finds it tough. And that's just good defense.
Really does nicely there to defend and to corral the rebound. It's Charlie Dalton.
Charlie Dalton flinging himself around the keyway.
Takes a bit of a hit. Or is that? Strong move in transition. But the contact up here tends to send you a little bit further away than the contact in the high school leagues.
Talfa makes him head to the Racine charity stripe to earn his points. Gets all of the paint on the rim on that one. There are an outstanding array of mullets this season. And that's one of the more conservative ones.
That is a conservative one. He's grown up on the shore, so he can't go too deep with the music.
Oh, exactly. What would your mother say? Benjamin Freeman can't get the runner. Low hands it off. And Yuli just a little bit too behind the pass on that one.
Fortunate to keep possession.
Certainly the hand from the Airs. It's all happening for the Tuatara. It's all going right for them. Just not from three-point land, but the handoff. Also Nance, they double out, look to trap him. And then there's going to be opportunities on the other side, and Dalton, good ball movement, good patience, but they need to get a shot up. And Rob Lowe, oh wow. That is just an absolute killer for the Airs. They did pretty much everything right defensively.
Yeah, solid defensive possession, but Iuli with the perfect drop-off for the Rob Lowe finish, who's spent a lot more time down around the paint than we've seen from Rob Lowe. Look at this. Nice pass, forced outside, but just the perfect spot for the easy left-hand baby hook, stretching the lead to 19 with 4:07 to go in the quarter.
And then just the luxury of taking Rob Lowe off and put Chris Johnson back on. Aaron Young with a 19-point lead. 4:07 to go in this third quarter. And Hayes Walker just dribbles it off his foot.
And those unforced errors are the ones that drive coaches a little bit crazy. Understandable when you turn the ball over, but you got some space, got to take care of the ball there. And Hayes Walker will have a chat with the coaching staff as he heads to the bench.
11th turnover for the Airs. Tuatara shooting 52%, despite being 3 of 13 from downtown.
It's a pretty good percentage of 2. With shots like that, you can see why. That is not easy, but he makes it look so. Chris Johnson again, 13 for him to go with 9 rebounds.
Talfa. Johnson with the board, but he had his foot on the line, so it stays with the Airs. Aaron Bailey-Knoll just working the referees like a veteran.
It's the first time he's ever tried that. Oh, wait. No, he's been going at him for a while now. Crashing the glass strongly are the Airs. Another opportunity. But man, do they need some of these threes to start hitting.
Here we go. Dalton. Easy fast break layup. 63 to 40 now. 23-point lead.
Charlie Dalton showing off some of that family athleticism.
Sloppy from the Airs, the look away. And that's hard for Trent Adam to swallow that one.
They have gotten rushed occasionally. They came out at the start of things and their defensive intensity was able to overcome some of the offensive mistakes. But as the Tuatara have settled, their intensity on the defensive end has lifted, and the Taranaki Mountainairs have not found a way to counter that just yet.
I can only hope you win the unders at the TOV. 103 total points. Chris Johnson will go to the line after he's fouled.
You know, just so difficult if he's got that kind of time. Other defenders are stepping up, but look at the handle. Surrounded by yellow jerseys, but the contact just enough to garner that whistle. Chris Johnson heads back to the line, looking every bit the MVP candidate he was a season ago.
Man, you're at the Rosine foul line with Chris Johnson right now. I don't think I've seen many foul lines sponsored in my time. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Got that whole paint there. Rosine Paint's getting it done.
You better check the paint on that rim. On the outside especially, because it is getting a hammering from the Airs three-point shooting, unfortunately.
Well, thankfully the league has a sponsor to take care of that now. I'm sure Rosine's got that proper basket rim color.
2 of 19 from deep. Make it 2 of 20. Oh my goodness.
This is
Smiler with the
difficult.
top of the backboard. Wide open. Is there a door open?
There's definitely doors open. It's always here at Eventfinda Stadium, at least 1 or 2.
Vintage NBL moment right there. Now, such a promising start from the Airs.
Timeout to the Tuatara to chat things over with a couple minutes left in the third. You don't think there's going to be 80 points scored in the last 12 minutes?
80 points, probably not case. I don't want to say I don't expect it to, but I'd love it if there was.
Surprised but not shocked?
Yeah.
Well, surprised but not shocked is sort of the look that Airs have on their eyes right now.
All right, listen up, baseline out of bounds. Tom, start right next to Braden. Get out. Braden, set a back screen for CJ. See if we can get something out of that. If not, you're coming off Charlie, okay? So back screen, Charlie come and get that when we've got that as a look. Charlie look for a duck in on that. And then when we get it in, same as our magic, we just got him coming through the top. All right, so just a little different action. Look for a back screen. Pass the ball high for CJ if it's on. If it's not, then just wait for it and look get something out of this. Hey, talk to each other out there. Let's go.
18.
65-40. Tuatara with a 25-point lead. 2 games coming up tomorrow, the Hawks and the Bulls. We've got that call, Casey, from Pettigrew Green Arena.
Yes, we do.
Dale.
The Hawks trying to do with an all-Kiwi lineup. Gets another all-Kiwi lineup in the Bulls.
The Airs have to travel pretty early tomorrow to get into Palmy to play the Jets.
Nothing like New Zealand road trips, baby.
Contact, but no whistle. Because Benjamin Freeman up ahead to Carlin Davidson. Wow, the look. Hayes Walker, a beauty, gem of a pass. Carlin, Chris Johnson on him though. Still time on the shot clock.
Oh, good post.
Aaron Bailey, no, with the and one.
Well, excellent patience. That's the most patient they've been in the second half on an offensive possession, and we saw the ball go side to side, really work those defenders around, and eventually they were able to crack the defense of the lob pass. Aaron Bailey Knoll getting Charlie Dalton into the air for the end one opportunity. As he picked up his 4th foul. Charlie Dalton there.
Johnson with a big rebound. Uli with the ball. Beatty in the corner. Travel is the call by everyone involved in the Taranaki franchise that's in the building. And it is confirmed.
Travel is confirmed, and we got a wholesale subs for the Tuatara back with the starters. And Brendan Uli.
It's off his leg.
And it will go to the Tuatara.
It's off his leg.
And then we have some discussion.
Foul called?
And it is off his leg. It is not off his leg. It will stay with the Auckland Tuatara. Aaron Bailey-Noel trying to convince any of the referees. There was some confusion, but the Tuatara have it.
And off we go.
With Braden Iuli. Barronson back to Iuli. So Nance. Iuli for 3.
Nice job out of the zone to rebound without Ty Wynyard. And they've done a reasonable job with the big fella on the bench, gaining some time and finish the quarter.
Foul call.
Is that a foul? Shot? Yeah, it is.
Are you across the Tuatara? Are they endangered, near extinction? Where are you at with the Tuatara? Because the 3-point shot here should be extinct in this game. It's definitely endangered.
I was really worried that this is a serious question about the Tuatara, their likelihood as a survivable species, and I wasn't quite up to that. But as a 3-point shot, as much as the rest of the world wants to go to it, I think this game wants to go away from it. 5 for 34
combined
between these two teams.
That is something I'm selling.
I was incorrect about the 3-point shot coming back in the second half, but why shoot the ball from deep when you got all these big fellas down low scoring with ease?
Russo Nance. Rob Lowe.
Strong rebound there to pull it off by Freeman.
Freeman back of the iron. Telfer can't get it. Carlin Davidson's hit. He tries to get the putback in.
Looks like some contact, but gets away with it.
He felt a bit of contact. Whistles have been put away.
There's 10 seconds left in the quarter now.
Telfer, 5 to shoot. Rob Lowe pops out. And that is thrown away. Did come off a Tuatara hand. So with 1.2 seconds to go, the Airs will keep it.
Excellent recognition by the Tuatara to really jump out on that on ball with limited time left. Took away the passing angles, and that double team took away an offensive opportunity. Can they regain it with 1.2 left?
To end the quarter, it's just apt that it was a missed 3 as the clock expired. We'll take a break here at Eventfinda Stadium. It's a 21-point lead to the Tuatara over the years.
Post catch or a high post catch compulsory every single possession, and then we'll pick it out because we're getting every shot that we want, right? Spacing will find you easy. Defensively, like obviously keeping these guys to 44 is great, but just out of timeouts, lapses, breakdowns, like we just can't have those at all, right? We fix those up. We established that they're not a great shooting team, right? So let's really be great with our positioning, like that last one, Braden and Taki, where we give up that foul. That should never happen, all right? Be great with our positioning, make them pick it up, kick it out, short closeout, and just deal with it from there. Doing a good job of rebounding that quarter. We got to finish this quarter though, all right? No second chance points. Hey, it's all about establishing. This is our first time together. So there's going to be some growing pains.
Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium. Sal's NBL action proudly presented by GJ Gardner Homes between the visiting Airs and the Tuatara. And as you can see, Advantage with the home team, dominating inside, points in the paint. 42 points in the paint for the Tuatara. 67% Casey Frank.
That's not bad, but what's even better is the two bigs combining for 27 points and 25 rebounds. Chris Johnson and Rob Lowe. They are getting it done in the paint tonight. Ty Wynyard checks back in the ball game to try and counter some of that activity down low, but it is a long slog ahead here in the fourth quarter for the Airs. As apparently we started a little early.
We started a little early, but let's bring in Aaron Young, who is the Tuatara coach, who joins us now. Aaron, congratulations on what's been a pretty good second and third quarters. What are you happy with? What aren't you happy with?
I'm happy with just, the way that we've rebounded, especially after that first quarter. I think we gave up 6-0 boards. We've done a much better job. I think we can definitely push off those a little bit more. So I'm just looking to, I don't think we've played our greatest game offensively. First game, so, everyone wants to kind of get theirs a little bit, but I think we've settled in and our defense has been solid.
You've been fantastic down low and scoring inside the painted area, but the three-point shot has abandoned you this evening. Is the three going to be a focus of your offense moving forward? Is this an off night today, or is this more of the style you guys want down in the paint?
It's going to be a huge focus, and I think it can be a big strength for us, but we got to play inside out a little bit more. I think CJ and Rob are they're bringing in a lot of attention. We just got to make them pay, and that's not what we're seeing right now. It's in, but it's not coming out. So we'll see it. We'll see what happens.
Always appreciate your time, Aaron. Thank you very much. Shot clock expired there for the Airs on that possession.
Nothing easy for Taranaki here in the second half. Everything has dried up from that facility.
McIntosh with the left-hand drive. Drops it off beautifully to Chris Johnson. Nice basketball.
Brilliant patience, too. This team is not flushed by a short shot clock in the slightest. They take their time until they get a fantastic shot, not just a good one.
Tend to shoot. Ty Wynyard in the post. No better option for the Airs, but he can't get over and around the length of Chris Johnson and his load to Russo Nance off the glass and in.
Ooh, what a contact.
His Walker has got him good, and he felt the back of the stanchion as well. Did Walker.
Contact everywhere after stout defense on the other end. Transition is becoming a big weapon for the Tuatara here in the second half.
Wynyard trying to get his own board, and he does. Steps into a three, does Roger.
And so much hard work on the bigs and low. Ty Wynyard is working.
Certainly is. He can't get that to go as well.
Decent look. Third time's a charm, but looking like fatigue might be starting to set in onto this Taranaki squad overall now.
Russo Nance for three. Rob Lowe cleans it up.
And it's just that whoever's not matched up with Ty Wynyard has such a physical advantage. And we're at the point now where Coach Trent Adam has to start thinking about tomorrow. Down 27 points. Got a game in less than 24 hours after some travel. So how much longer is he going to leave the big fella and Richie Roger out there?
Johnson with that rebound.
Cleaning up the glass. Remember, 14 for Johnson there. It was 17 points.
And it's 41st season of the Sal's NBL. I'm really, really interested, Casey. I don't mean to go on about it. This could arguably be the worst three-point shooting percentage game ever.
Was there
Especially
a three-point line at the beginning?
It has to be. I mean, it started like 1980.
Yeah, probably the three-point line.
That's probably a three-point line.
Yeah, that was the only chance.
Ask the late, great Kenny McFadden, who won a championship with a deep Hail Mary
That's
three.
right. One that Ben Anthony Sr. still complains about to this day. Of course, we've lost Kenny Mack recently. A lot of thoughts about him this year as we go through the season. There'll be a lot of memories around the league.
Reckless with that. but that's great energy down there. Okay, cool. Go.
Your three that are back have to be barking instructions, fellas. We've got to be really
Yeah,
aggressive.
so we're in blacks and blues at the moment. Are we going to do it on makes and misses? What are we going to do? Or just on a call? Okay, blue on makes, black on miss. That's our little thing here. Trying to get onto the same page offensively. Be crisp with our movements. Ty on that catch. Don't be afraid to rip, to square up, to see what that does as far as alleviate that. And then arrive alone, arrive alone, arrive alone. Okay? Be on the same page. Be on the same page.
I like the timeouts for Taranaki. They're in their focus. They're not flustered by the score. They're still trying to do what they want to do. They're focused on the areas they can improve upon. Obviously a little bit outmatched today, but still locked in on what they're trying to accomplish, as it is a long season.
Trent Adams still working the refs as well, just asking for a clarification. And yeah, the poise of Trent Adams is to be commended. What can be a really frustrating game at the best of times, and that is a beautiful look out of a timeout as well. That's the second great bit of execution I can remember from the Airs out of a timeout, which always makes you feel good, as Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe shows his class from deep.
Rob Lowe is a clinic offensively today. He is so patient. Up to 17 points for him now on 8 of 8 shooting. Hasn't missed yet.
Oh, that's a lovely drive off a turnover from Farronson. Hayes Walker. Dante Russo-Nance was just about to be put back into year 9 on a Wynyard screen at mid-court, but he luckily got the call.
It was nice of him to pull that one out.
Yeah.
That could have been stars.
Dalton tries the catch, tries the save.
A little ambitious.
Here's Wynyard.
Oh, watch out!
Oh, yeah, to Carlin Davidson. Ty Wynyard.
Oh, beautiful touch pass by the big fella. Carlin Davidson giving it up early because he's expecting it back, and why not with hops like that?
Pretty basketball here at Eventfinda Stadium. Russo-Nance. McIntosh. Normality resumes.
It was online, though.
It was.
I actually thought that was good. We were right behind it.
So.
Thought it was a bit long. Oh, my!
Oh, Carlin Davidson.
Beautiful
Davidson.
pass. Carlin Davidson with the finish, but the delivery by Aaron Bailey, no, on point. He should work for the post office.
McIntosh resets. Gets it to go down this time.
A three-point shot. Andrew Mulligan is pleased.
It's raining threes.
Someone prayed to the basketball gods, and they were answered. I think it's raining 3.
They're 2 for 3 in the last minute and a half. Now they're out running again. McIntosh between the legs to Rob Lowe, who just misses his first shot of the game.
He wanted the foul. He expected the foul.
You pointed it out, and you ruined it.
Did he just?
I think he did.
Looked like some contact.
Maybe.
But that was an air ball layup.
Dalton gives it to the trailer, Farronson. It is raining 3.
The three-point shot is back.
Guys in rhythm. That's the difference.
Taki Farronson, fantastic look on the break. Hasn't had a lot of ball in hand tonight, but took advantage there.
Aaron Bailey-Noel with the angle. The flat shot off the bank as well.
Saw young Charlie Dalton guard him in the post and said, "Oh, I'll take you to the vet school."
And then the turnover by the Tuatara. Lead is 30, 82-52. 4:08 to go on this game. Rob Lowe takes a seat.
Rob Lowe looks like his night is most likely over with a 30-point lead. A little bit surprised to see Chris Johnson checking back in, to be honest. If you got two 6'11" guys, I guess you might as well play one of them.
Freeman with the board. It's Carlin Davidson. Just unfortunately hasn't got it going. And he just left his feet there and didn't know where he was going with it. McIntosh lost the handle. Back
off to the races.
Here we go again.
Where's the lob?
Oh, Chris Johnson met him up by the rim and sent it out of bounds.
It's been a nice test for Ty Wynyard. He's continually putting his head down and going to that grindstone, but he's picking up the difficulty that it is to score against the length and athleticism of a guy like Chris Johnson, who has now been sent back to the bench.
And Ty Wynyard, now he can feast. He'll go to the Racine line to shoot foul shots on the smaller Ayers lineup. Tuatara lineup.
One of those lineups is small now.
One of those lineups is small.
Just not used to.
Also, I tell you what, that lineup is barely 20.
Charlie Dalton just fouls out.
Charlie Dalton, good use of 5 fouls as well, young man.
Well done. Well done, young Charlie Dalton. Got a sister playing collegiate basketball in the States right now, Taylor.
Son of the late, great Tanya Dalton as well. Great netballer, fantastic Sky colleague.
Sure, she would have appreciated the foul out.
Absolutely.
A little bit of niggle.
She would have loved it. Uli gives it back. Nunag knocks down that three. That's what he did for the Bulls.
The Tuatara are flittering around. The three-point shot is found up to 7 for 22 for Auckland, and that is a respectable 32% after a tough start. And have pulled away down the stretch of this one.
They have fire in this fourth quarter. 4 for 7 case from deep.
Things have changed. I think possibly a product of Taranaki getting a little bit tired down the stretch.
Oh yeah, good luck. Good luck. Good luck to anybody on that Tuatara team who wants to stop that.
It's suddenly looks a little different with Rob Lowe and Chris Johnson out of there.
Nunag hits the side of the backboard. Normal transmission has resumed. I tell you what, the shot clock is still shaking at the other end. Ty Wynyard's dunk.
Power. Wynyard up to 14 points to go along with 4 rebounds, a couple of steals.
I mean, I'm all for it, but Caldwell's basically got his hands full trying to...
Ooh, strong.
Freeman with the drive, and there's Wynyard just cleaning that up.
Nice, strong drive by Freeman, just missing. Ty Wynyard, no quit in his game tonight. Picks up another offensive rebound and another bucket.
Hands on his knees. Big shift from Ty Wynyard, carrying the load for the Ayers. Fitzgerald. Wynyard is an absolute monster amongst small Tuataras in that paint area.
Caleb Smiler just couldn't deliver that pass to Carlin Davidson, who had highlight reel activity on his mind.
Beatty with the bucket.
Impressed by what I've seen from the Tuatara so far, realizing especially they've got some players to come still.
Poked away. Freeman's everywhere. Love it. Willie to Nunag. Fitzgerald. 7 to shoot. Fitzgerald. Carlin on his heels. Fitzgerald can't get the roll, but Beatty, Thomas Beatty pulls that down. Is Nunag in the lane. Fires it out to Boston Caldwell, who couldn't corral that. Could have just tried to lay it up, actually. Looked like he...
Always the right choice to shoot the open shot. But you love to see the unselfishness as well.
Oh, they get a turnover, and here's Beatty. Oh, Carlin Davison.
Showing that loftiness.
Taufa.
Oof. Dry as the Sahara from that three-point line tonight. There we see that beautiful extension by Carlin Davidson.
What a block.
Snapped that one out with the left hand.
Thomas Beatty. Iuli. Boston Caldwell looking like at some point he was going to post up Ty Wynyard there. 4 to shoot. And we have a foul.
Tuatara will be quite pleased with coming out with this victory. Of course, if you are tuning in, realize the talent level is about to take a step up in week 2 as we expect a few more imports and local players will be returning.
Aaron Young is absolutely stoked because it's an and one at the Rosine foul line. But Thomas Beattie, the bucket dropped. He got the call.
That's the call. Now Taranaki just came out seeing what's what. On the break, Carlin Davidson charging hard late in this one.
Carlin Davison, Joseph Nunag sharing a moment as Davison it's been a frustrating night for him. 3 for 13 from the field, 5 rebounds and 3 assists, 2 steals, a block and 4 turnovers. Beattie on a scoring run gets the bucket.
Transition continues for the Tuatara, who are not taking their foot off the pedal.
The young blood's out there for the Tuatara as well. 92 points. Freeman for 3.
The dry spell continues. 2 for 27.
I wasn't going to say. I wasn't going to harp on about it. It's 8%. And they're going to do it again tomorrow against the Jets. All the best to the Airs. An excellent start to the game, but they just ran out of gas and options. Wasn't their night at Eventfinda Stadium. And that'll do us as the Tuatara and the Airs shake hands. A big old night for the Tuatara, 90 to 59. %51% from the floor for the Tuatara, +5 in the rebound stakes, +12 in the assist stakes, just 9 assists for the Airs. Just they have to fix things pretty quickly. The Jets tomorrow, the last game of the round for that Hawks and Bulls as well. So a double header on a Sunday afternoon for you. So final score confirmation, 92-59. And as Casey's just waiting for one of the victorious Tuatara players to make their way over to him. A really good game first up for Aaron Young, who's still waiting for Dan Fortu from St Mary's, who made the NCAA tournament. And he'll be making his way into this Tuatara environment in the coming weeks. In fact, a few teams are waiting for their imports or players based overseas to make their way onto rosters, and by then that will make the league that much better. And Chris Johnson will be with Casey to talk about the win. Chris Johnson, a good night for him, 17 points, 14 rebounds for the big man.
Big night for you tonight, Chris Johnson, 17 points, 14 rebounds. It's against the understrength Taranaki side. How is it coming back to Auckland? We got a new mascot, but the same squad.
Yeah, I absolutely love it here, man. It's home away from home, and just great energy here. Great guys. Aaron's great. But it doesn't matter who we play. We just got to come out and continue to get better for us.
Bit of a different squad this year. It must be nice to have a little help down low with Rob Lowe. You guys look like you're going to be a potent combination this season.
Yeah, I've been waiting to play with Rob for like 12 months now. That was the plan last year, but glad to see he's healthy and doing. He's doing work in the post, man.
What do you take from a game like this? You obviously don't have your full roster yet. You don't have the full roster on the opposition, but you guys still got out, were able to get a nice run, especially for some young fellas. It might be pretty valuable.
Yeah, everything's a process. Just like last year, we was dead last. They picked us to be dead last, and we found a way into the Final Four, right? So that's why we play the games. So, yeah.
Most definitely. I expect to see you guys there again this time, and hopefully you can make it.
Exactly. Appreciate it.
Good win. Good win.
I love a Chris Johnson highlight package. That is for sure. Just an absolute monster in the paint. The length of the man, the skill level of the man, and the experience for this young Tuatara team is absolutely fantastic. And just great to see him back. Great to hear that he loves playing here. His wife is from Takapuna as well, which just really helps the Tuatara when the recruitment of the quality of Chris Johnson. Once he gets into his work, he is an absolute lethal player from the mid-range as well. But right now, Richie Roger is with Casey Frank.
Well, Richie, difficult night today. Didn't have the full strength squad, but you guys came out and really fought valiantly, and especially in that first half. What was it in the first half that you were able to find some success with?
I think that we're more fluid on offense and we were getting after it defensively, but the second half we just, we struggled on the boards against their two bigs, and yeah, we just turned the ball over too much.
And one of the few games this year, I think you'll find that Ty Wynyard's got a bit of a size disadvantage in the post, but you found a nice rhythm getting the ball down to him low. What kind of offensive flow and balance are you guys looking for as a team with that inside-out basketball?
Yeah, we got to use his gravity on offense. Like, we didn't do a good job today of using his gravity, but I know we'll bounce back tomorrow and get him more looks.
And that is the thing, a short bounce back. How are you guys going to recover in a short amount of time with the travel and a game in less than 24 hours?
Yeah, well, we'll take the learnings from tonight. We'll suck it up and move on.
Gotta love the road trips in the NBL, baby. Good luck tomorrow.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, tough night for Richie Roger in the airs. 9 points for him. But offense was lacking, just 31% from the floor, shooting for Taranaki Airs. A really good start to the game. The shots just weren't dropping. 2 for 27 from deep. It's unbelievable, to be honest, and Richie had one of them as well. That one. And right now, Dante Rousseau-Nance is with Casey Frank.
Well, Dante, fantastic evening for the Tuatara. You were able to find some rhythm in that second half offensively. Was it just a change of mindset that got you a bit more aggressive?
We knew that we could come out and play strong, so just having that strong mindset from the start. Shots weren't falling in the start of the game, so just trying to keep it going in the second half.
As you're running the ship here at the point guard position early, what's your focus? It's got to be pretty fun when you got those two big guys down low that you can just throw it into when you get in trouble.
Yeah, just like leading the team, telling everyone where they need to go so we can get easy open looks, and having the big two definitely helps.
And you're coming in this your sophomore season in the league. What's the difference been for you mentally going from a rookie last year? You're more experienced now. What do you think you'll be able to build on from that first season with the experiences you've had?
Well, I've had a year under my belt, so just building on that and becoming more of a leader and helping, because I've been here a year, so just helping everyone get used to the systems and just, leading pretty much.
And I think keep those big dogs happy. Got to let them eat, throw some lobs, baby.
We'll come to that when we get a bit more comfortable with each other and stuff like that, so yeah, definitely.
Well, nice to see you guys with a good first shirt out. Good luck this season.
Yeah, appreciate it, thank you.
Dante Rousseau-Nance, the future is bright for this young man. Tremendous season last season for the Huskies, who are now the Tuatara, of course, and Dante Rousseau-Nance looks like he's put on a bit of muscle to his frame as well. Still at school, his final year of school, and he does have a future of professional basketball, that is for sure. Already on the radar was at the AIS NBA Global Camp in March of this year as well. And a good night for him and the Tuatara, who are having the airs in town and now just having the milk and the bananas to get themselves ready for round 2 as well. And Casey Frank getting ready for another interview, making sure that Casey earns his day rate as well, I can understand. And time now to take a look at the highlights of this game. And Ty Wynyard getting to work on that baseline, and that was the matchup we're all looking for between Chris Johnson and Rob Lowe, the Tuatara like that. Ty Wynyard, who was a man on an island at times, unfortunately. Aaron Bailey-Knoll was trying to help out the veteran. But you can see the skill level of the Tuatara. Chris Johnson just lookaways and over the head passes, and then forcing turnovers as well. 18 turnovers in this game. Dante Russo-Nance and the young bloods. Well, there's an old Rob Lowe there, all due respect. But it's feeding the big men inside. The Tuatara, once they get that inside-outside game going, as Aaron Young said to us at the resumption of play of the fourth quarter, and we're actually going to show you the made three-point shots. I think we're going to show you all of them as well, because there were 9 of them. I don't know if we've got time. No, we don't have time. Carlin Davidson is now with Casey Frank.
Well, Carlin, a difficult night for the Taranaki Mountainairs after a promising start in the first half. What was it offensively that you guys ran into trouble with in the second, you think?
I just think our point guards, like, they did a great job, but it's everyone there. We have to call the plays together, like everyone. It's not just the point guards. The point guards did a great job. Richie, you know, he's experienced, but yeah, we got to stick together and keep it consistent, with the calls and stuff like that. So yeah.
You guys were able to find some success in transition when you picked up the defensive intensity. What can you do on the defensive end to try and find more looks like that to help fire up your offensive game in the full court?
Oh man, I just think if our defense is on, then like we're on, we're away and running, because that's what we are. We're like kind of athletic, you know. We're trying to get out and get some dunks and stuff like that. Ty's looking good. He can run the floor now, but yeah, it's just intensity on defense. So yeah, we want to get that, like our zone and stuff like that. It's looking good, but yeah.
A good first hit out, but of course you've got another one in less than a day, bouncing back against the Mountain with 2. How can you bounce back in such a short amount of time and try and get that victory tomorrow?
Yeah, sweet. The fellas, they just got to rest up, stretch up, have a good sleep, bounce back tomorrow, go out there, want to win. Flush this one, don't worry about it. We'll be right.
Well, I appreciate the highlights today. Looking forward to more tomorrow. Good luck.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
Appreciate the time of Carlin Davidson and appreciate the insights as well. Clearly frustrated there, the general outcome of this game, but can it be fixed in less than 24 hours time? And here is the stats for the game that we've just seen, completely one-sided. Inside, the Tuatara just absolutely feasted with that twin tower combo. Rebounds are plenty of missed threes as well. Just 9 assists for the Airs, Casey Frank.
But look at all those rebounds. It's a big man delight.
I knew you'd like that.
I just love those free rebounds left, right, and center. Not the best shooting night, but early in the season, I think that's going to bounce back as we go along. As we see the score sheet from the first round, Giants taking care of the Nuggets in the first round of the season. The Sharks overtaking a depleted Saints squad before the Rams start a nail-biter today earlier against the Nuggies.
Tonight's game, we'll see we're over the halfway point of round 1 of the Sal's NBL. The Hawks and the Bulls will be on that call tomorrow afternoon, Casey. And the Jets in the air. As you said, the Hawks have an all-Oceania New Zealand team for the NBL, for the season as well.
As do the Bulls.
As do the Bulls.
The Kiwis facing off, and that is a tough task to try and win a championship. I think the Hawks might be a bit closer to it.
Yeah, wonderful. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. We'll see you on the call tomorrow.